4 MAST cartridge lines, different design, different membranes and different feel. We'll compare everything from the needle stability to pigment flow and performance in real work. Let's go! Hi guys! If you have been with me for a while on this channel, hey fam! You already know my name is Olga. I'm permanent makeup artist and trainer, aureole restoration and pro makeup artist and cosmetologist. So believe me when I say I know the pain beauty pros go through, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button right now because I have got a lot of useful and professional content for you. All information in the video is subjective opinion of the author, so please read the disclaimer in the description of the video. MAST Permanent Makeup is a professional brand created by the Dragonhawk, one of the world's largest manufacturers of tattoo and permanent makeup equipment. According to the company on its official website, MAST Permanent Makeup was born from a simple pursuit: tools that feel beautiful and work even better. With artists as our North Star, we design permanent makeup machines and cartridges that color faster with less trauma and make natural brows, eyes and lids and lips easier to achieve every day. On my table I have 4 boxes with 20 cartridges in each box. MAST PRO, MAST PRO 2, WJX and the MAST Ocean Heart. All 4 lines have a similar color style: black, blue and purple. But I have to say the MAST Ocean Heart really stands out. The design perfectly matches the name of the line and I think it looks really beautiful. On each box we can see information about the needle configuration, diameter and typer. All cartridges that I'm testing today are 1 RL. We can also find the expiration dates and information about the sterilite. Now let's open the boxes. The design and color of the MAST PRO and the MAST PRO 2 cartridge bodies are very similar, but the MAST PRO 2 is a little lighter. The MAST Ocean Heart and WJX, as we can see, look very different. The MAST Ocean Heart has an especially interesting body design. It has a heart shape and a smooth gradient from the classic MAST purple to an ocean blue color. There is information on the individual packaging about sterilization, its sterilized EO, needle configuration, lot number and expiration date. Let's take a closer look at the cartridges. The lines have a different tip design and the MAST Ocean Heart has the thinnest and longest tip. Personally, I like this design because less pigment gets onto the working area, the pigment flows smoothly and it's very comfortable for creating a hair stroke technique, for example. The MAST PRO 2 also has a quite thin and long tip, but the MAST PRO and WJX tips are fairly standard. They are wider and shorter. Of course, these cartridges are compatible with different machines from many brands. All 4 lines have many needle configurations for both lining and shading. The price of each box is of 20 cartridges. The MAST PRO is around $16. The MAST PRO 2 is about $17. WJX is from $16 to $19 and the MAST Ocean Heart is around $30. For the practical part, we will use the MAST Lips Pigments. According to the official website and the packaging, they have a 100% natural formula made from pure plant extracts and a non-toxic pigment mixture. There is no list pigments on the bottle, but I assume that the lips line is organic. Its price is about $13. Also, according to the pigment description on the website, easy to color and stay a long time, transparency, heat stability, it can be used a manual pen or permanent makeup tattoo machine. I have several shades. Bright orange, a very warm shade, it's great for neutralizing cool lip tones. Strawberry, a warm red shade. I would also use it for cool toned lips and to add more warmth to the pigment mix. Rose red, rose red, a cherry shade with a cool tone. I would use it to make the lips look fresher and younger, but I would not use it alone on cool toned lips, only in mixes. I have one Pro pigment, auburn. A warm brown orange shade. It's great for working on cool toned skin. And I also have one camouflage shade, natural flesh. It's designed for working with scars or vitiligo. But remember, for this type of work, the pigment shade should match the skin tone around the working area as closely as possible. As we can see, the Pro pigment and the camouflage pigment are quite thick. For comfortable work with the rotary machine, you will need a thinner. By the way, each pigment costs around $13. Now let's get back to our cartridges. All 4 cartridge lines consist of a plastic body made of medical-grade plastic. Each cartridge body has an opening. The size of these openings can affect airflow and pressure inside the cartridge, which may also affect pigment flow. There is also a system for locking the cartridge into the tattoo machine. The needle is made of surgical steel. As we can see, the needle is attached to the stem differently in each cartridge. I think the way the needle is attached to the stem may affect its stability during work. When the needle is fixed directly in the center of the plastic stem, it may reduce side-to-side movement. But of course, the stability of the needle depends on the whole cartridge design, not only on the way the needle is attached. All cartridges have a protective membrane that prevents ink backflow. In my opinion, the MAST PRO 2 has the most flexible membrane. 3 of the 4 cartridge lines, except MAST PRO, have an additional needle Guide. I think this guide may reduce side-to-side needle movements and make the needle more stable and controlled during work. But in defense of the MAST PRO, I didn't feel a big difference or any discomfort while working with it. MAST PRO, the MAST PRO 2 and the MAST Ocean's needle stem is located quite tightly in the tail cap. This is the MAST PRO 2, the MAST PRO, and the MAST Ocean Heart. I think this also reduces the lateral run out of the needle on the cartridge body, which provides an even more stable stroke and reduces the noise level during operation. In WJX, the needle has a little more side-to-side movement. But remember, it also has an additional needle guide. Let's move to the most interesting part, the practical test. We're going to create beautiful lips using my original ether technique, sugar lips, and change the cartridges one by one. The MAST PRO feel quite punchy. In my opinion, their membrane is a little stiffer than average. I like working with cartridges like this, especially on the lips. It's quite stable during work and the pigments flow evenly without pulling of ink. The MAST Ocean Heart feels the hardest and the most punchy to me. It's very stable and gives me the cleanest strokes without any extra pigment flow. I can clearly see every pixel I put into the skin with no pulling. For me, it has also the most comfortable and ultra thin tip. The pigment flows smoothly and evenly. Working with the WJX feels very similar to the MAST PRO during each stroke. The WJX feel quite punchy. In my opinion, their membrane is a little stiffer than average. It's quite stable during work and the pigment flows evenly. With the MAST PRO 2, I like the thinner tip. They also feel punchy, but for me they have a little more sprint during each stroke. I think this may be because the membrane is more flexible, just as I noticed earlier when I took the cartridges apart. They're stable during work. For me, they're comfortable for all areas, especially lips and eyelids. I really like this kind of feedback during each stroke. Guys, let's sum up our quick review. All 4 MAST cartridge lines are worth your attention and comfortable to work with. All of them quite easy to use. They can be used for different techniques in both permanent makeup and tattoo. When I choose one of these lines, I will look at the client's individual features, technique and results that I want to achieve, and sometimes simply my mood. But I do have some personal favorites. For example, for lips or eyelids, I would choose a cartridge with a thinner and longer tip. I wish you beautiful works. See you later.